This is a look at 3 things you need to know weather-wise. Another heavy rain chance out there today. Flood watch remains in effect through 8 o'clock this evening for most of our area as those storms are going to be pushing on through. Good news is we are expecting a drier middle of the week. So for your Tuesday and Wednesday, most of the day on Thursday, we're dry. And then mid to late week, yes, hot and steamy conditions do return. We're going to see afternoon highs pushing the low to mid 90s, feeling much hotter than that. We're feeling like the low 100s by the end of the week. Looking at estimated rainfall from the last 24 hours, once again, the have and have nots. South Central and Central Kentucky, barely any rain. Eastern and Northeastern Kentucky, a lot of rain. Looking at some of the Mesonet reports, Clark County, you barely received any, but as you head east along I-64, nearly 2 inches of rain there in Bath County, nearly 3 inches of rain in Morgan County, West Liberty area. That's where we did have some flash flooding reports. Letcher County, 2 inches of rain, but you head up to the Ridgetop in Harlan County, didn't see any rainfall there. In Central Kentucky, missing out again, like I said, on a lot of this rain. But most of the area does have a flood watch, remains in effect through 8 o'clock this evening. Does not mean everyone's going to see rain, but there will be some pockets where we see multiple rounds of heavy rain moving over top of the same areas that could deal with some flooding concerns once again. Radar is actually cleared on out. Here recently, we had some light showers up towards Bourbon, Nicholas and Harrison counties. That's pretty much dissipated, but the radar is going to fill in as the morning progresses, as this boundary drops on in, which is basically sitting right over top of us right now. Futurecast is a little overdone with the rain early this morning, but it does show just that persistent pull from north to south in terms of that line of showers and storms that will be developing during your midday and into the afternoon. But by the late day, I do think we see some improvement. Should be a nice late evening into early tomorrow morning. And then we'll start your day tomorrow mid to upper 60s. We'll be feeling much more pleasant out there. For the afternoon hours, we'll be pushing the mid to upper 80s with lower humidity than what we have been dealing with. Still noticeable though. Then on Wednesday, that's going to be a very nice morning, low to mid 60s. For the afternoon, we will be pushing the low 90s as that humidity does return. Future rainfall totals showing that we could see a pocket or two of upwards of 2 inches plus. I think that's going to be a little bit further south than what that model run is showing, but it still gives you an example of what you could see. Level 2 out of 4 flood risk from Lexington south and westward, and that is a slight risk. So really from I-64 south is the area that we're going to be watching for the day today. Muggy cast showing that we lose that humidity for your Tuesday and Wednesday morning, but then we increase it once again by later in the week, and that's going to lead to high heat index. It's going to be feeling like summer out there very quickly once again after we get just a brief break from that. Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday is when you can expect the hottest of the temperatures. For today, though, another round of rain and storms, 87 degrees. Tonight, we will fall into the mid to upper 60s, drying out and not quite as muggy. Looking ahead at your full 7-day forecast, we've got low to mid 90s through the middle of the week after we lose a little bit of that humidity for your Tuesday. Tracking rain chances once again Friday through the weekend. Possibly some heavier rain, still a little bit too early for that. We'll have the latest details throughout the rest of the week.